Hey everyone, this is once again Hazardous Opinions, and I just want to say I have my wonderful co-hosts Eric and Andy with me, and we'll be discussing this year kind of just wrapped up because it was quite a year for movies, even though we didn't expect it, and just really excited to kind of dive in to everything that happened this year and to make sense of it, really. So, yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it's another year that's over again, and today we're going to be going through 2023 to wrap up just what we thought of things and movies that probably won't get to cover in their whole because there's just way too much shit that came out this year from what we realized actually going through all this. But as for our order today, we'll go Hunter, then Eric, and then myself. We're going to go kind of a roundtable discussion of movies. And then near the end, we're going to do some official ratings and crown a best picture of the Hazardous Opinions pod.
Yes, sir. Spotify did it. Xbox did it. And now we're doing it. Here is your movies wrapped for 2023.
We need a wrap-up segment too.
Absolutely. Yeah. We have to do it. You gotta join the bandwagon.
Yes.
Yeah. Hunter, what are you kicking us off with today?
Oh man. Okay. Well, I'll probably go with the obvious, the double event of the year. So the first part of the double event was Barbie.
Oh.
And it directed by Greta Gerwig. And honestly, when this movie was announced, I was actually excited. I'm not a woman that obviously that played with a bunch of Barbies as a child or anything like that, but I was just very interested what direction this could go and the creativity going into it. And I kind of heard it compared to the Truman Show. And I was super excited about that because that's a very deep movie that has a very good story with it.
Yeah.
And I did know Greta Gerwig from some of her acting roles as well as Lady Bird. And I thought Lady Bird was a very good coming of age film. Not even just rolling with the critics saying how good it is, or it being in the top list of movies. I thought she had something, and I know she's young enough to kind of push us in a direction with movies for a good long time to come. So I was just really excited, and especially with the casting and one of our girls, Margot Robbie, as Barbie. Like, wow, what a perfect casting choice. And then I knew this would be some sort of like drama comedy mix, and Ryan Gosling being casted as Ken, even though he doesn't have that beach blonde hair or anything, like it's just kind of blonde, but him dyeing it and finally like seeing him as Ken, I was like, okay, wow, I see the vision Greta had.
Yep.
And just the cast kept stacking up, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be such an event. And then when it was paired up with Oppenheimer, which we can go on about a little later, just amazing. I kind of thought back to those blockbusters years ago where you had a couple of them in a row or in the same year. And I felt like that was kind of lacking with our MCU present right now, just kind of pumping these blockbusters out that might be lackluster. I want those blockbusters that are touching and reach out to you, as well as be entertaining, and every like a general audience can appreciate. Not just like, and I'm not even slighting these people, just, the nerds of it, like, of Marvel and stuff. That's totally fine if you're into that as a whole, but just 2 separate movies being blocked together, just amazing to be a part of this cultural event like Barbenheimer. It was
Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer, and wow, the teams, the creative teams behind it too, and kind of mashing them together as advertisements and stuff. Like, wow, what a genius idea. And why can't we start doing those instead of pumping out these lackluster items
That's
like
what I'm
a
thinking.
couple of the Marvel things, right? Like,
Yeah.
this should happen once a year, guys, with just these
Yeah.
2 huge movies.
To be honest, I actually didn't know what like a double feature was until like the Barbenheimer like phenomenon happened. I'm like, what is like so like did they show the movies like back to back or just in the same theater, or was it just like 2 big blockbusters at the same time in the same movie? That's what you call that, the double event?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
honestly didn't know. And like and yeah, unlike you, I missed the whole Barbenheimer thing. Like I always wanted to go to the theater to go watch it, but like I think I was so busy with work at the time and I just couldn't find the time to do it. But I ended up
Totally.
watching both of them later on, and they definitely lived up to the hype. But like it was like after I saw the whole aftermath of like memes that came out because of those movies and stuff. Like it was just like a sight to behold for sure.
Definitely, definitely, like, just what an event that we'll probably remember for the rest of our lives, especially
Right.
us being movie lovers, and, like, that's such a special thing because you hear of so many other people talking about the blockbusters that came out either during the summer or any other time in the year when they were growing up and
Yep.
just remembering it, So it's very special.
Yep.
Yeah, Andy, what do you think about this double event here?
Yeah, I'll talk about Oppenheimer more later when I'm sure that's going to get brought up. But for
Definitely.
Barbie at least, I didn't know how to feel about this one going in. I knew it was a big cultural phenomenon, and I was middle of the road. Like, of course, loved Robbie's performance throughout this whole thing, and I think it wasn't until the end where I really got sold with some of the messaging of the movie. But yeah, I thought it was a really good movie. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very fun watching Robbie and Gosling go back and forth with some very silly content.
Yeah, I'm right with you there. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was hilarious. For some reason the double glasses bit really got me. he,
Yeah.
he took off his like I don't know, he put on like sunglasses and then he took off his sunglasses and there was another pair of sunglasses there and I just died. And then like he went and discovered patriarchy or whatever. Like it was really funny because like it was just like making fun of like it was good jokes throughout the whole thing. And yeah.
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 What's your starting pick for us, Eric?
All right. I want to talk about Evil Dead Rise
All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
because these are like I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen like all the Evil Dead movies. I don't know how many there are. I think there's like 3 or 4.
3 originals, and this is the second of the new releases.
Yeah. So
Second of the new
total,
releases.
total
Okay.
of
Yeah.
5, I believe. Yeah.
5? Okay. So I can tell you that I've seen the original and I've seen like the new remake.
Hmm.
So there's the only 2 that I've seen, and then I've seen this one, and these are like one of those movies. They're like horror movies, but like they're so like ridiculous on their own that it kind of makes you laugh. There's a lot of scary bits, but there's also a lot of like ridiculous bits, and I think that's what like the essence of Evil Dead is, and that's why I love it so much. And yeah, it like I think it came out on streaming. It wasn't even like a was it like a theater release?
It was. Yep, I watched
It
it in
was.
theaters.
You
Yep.
did see it in
Decent theater
theaters.
release.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what I thought too, because like I've been keeping my eye out for new movies, and I saw that came out, and then like yet again, I'm like, I gotta get to the theaters, and I never get to the theaters, and like it sucks, man. But like, anyways, I ended up seeing it at home a bit later after it came out, and it was a good time. They always have to have like the raining blood and all the possessions and the weird shit that they would say throughout their whole thing, their whole
All the
bit,
blood, all the gore. Yeah.
and all the blood,
I
all the
get you.
gore.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this movie I think used more fake blood than its predecessor from 2013, and yeah, there's a lot.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yep.
and it's like it's kind of an excessive amount too. Like, why did that guy need to be cut up that bad or scratched up that bad?
Oh, I
But
know.
it's like Saw, you know, like that's basically what it is. It's like gore. It's tried to scare you with like how gory it is, but like I still can't get over that shit that you said in the bathtub and then crawled out like a little fiend.
Oh my god.
Do you remember
Yeah.
that? Yeah,
That was one of the
just
scenes that got me. Oh, for sure. I
that
was
was
I was
nuts.
invested at that point.
Yeah.
I will say the 2013 movie, it does have a leg up on it for me.
Yeah.
Just I saw a bunch of reviews that were talking about like why didn't it, like the whole story of it kind of make it more tailored to the apartment setting, because
Yeah.
it didn't really feel like an apartment at times, except for like, a couple of those neighbors and different people coming. That's really about it.
Yeah.
And I could see where they were going with the family aspect about it, and the like mom and everything. Like, wow, like I was wondering the whole time what's going to happen to these kids.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way nothing really happens to them, right? And I I thought they did step up a couple sequences, and like they were going somewhere, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I just as a whole, I would say the 2013 really like catches me more, and I would probably rewatch that one more.
Yeah. Because that
Yep.
one was like like a like cabin in the woods type thing, right? Where it's like a bunch of teenagers go out camping in the cabin.
Yeah,
And then that
yeah.
happens.
It felt more like the original in a
Yeah.
way, and like even though I don't care for the original, which is probably a hot take. Have I ever mentioned this to you guys?
It's dated.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
yeah, it's dated, but like amazing things that they did with it. I appreciate the like what they came up with in the result.
Mhm.
Honestly, like for the time, especially. I can recognize that, even me being way past that time. I was born in
Yep.
98, past it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's a good pick, Eric, though. Like I do remember some of the moments in theaters and just being, "Oh my god, like
Yeah.
holy
It's a
shit, this is it."
spectacle to behold.
Yes, yeah, I still enjoyed it, even though I did think it was a lesser film than the 2013.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed that one. Yeah.
It's good. A lot of blood. A lot of
A lot
fun.
of blood. Good stuff.
A lot of blood. What you got,
Yeah.
Andy?
So I want to tell you guys about a new Ari Aster movie. This man has made 3 movies, and he's 3 for 3 for me. So
Whoa.
it's called Beau is
Ooh.
Afraid.
Going
Ooh,
bananas.
shooting 100.
Yeah. So we covered Midsummer before, and I definitely want to cover Hereditary at some point. Maybe even this one. So Beau is Afraid got Joaquin Phoenix in it as the lead role. He's always hit or miss for me with his performances, but this is a role made for him in my eyes. Yeah, it's got Amy Ryan also in this. She's also really good, and a lot of smaller names. And this is a very Odyssey type journey, I think is how they describe it. It's like a hero's journey almost, but it's very much about mental health and abuse, but it's really fucking wacky. Like we were chatting about this a little bit before, I was very very stressed and anxious for the first like hour of this movie, but
Yeah.
in like an exciting way. Like all very I mean, it gets really off the deep end at the end, but the first two acts are very almost dystopian, but very realistic-ish. And yeah, I just really liked the turns this movie took. So I recommend this if you guys like Ari Aster's work.
All right.
Okay. Okay. I can agree with you on Midsommar, but I I might have some pushback on Hereditary, and you guys might not like me during that episode, but hey, I'm willing to jump into the ring about it.
Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah.
gonna come out and say that Hereditary I thought was good, but also was overrated.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, that it's a good movie, but like I don't think it was as good as people say it was.
Eric, I might have you on my team against Andy here. Let's go. All right.
I mean, that's just that was my thoughts. I seen it once. I'm like, wow, that was good. But like, and then talking with other people about it, and it was really good. But like, I don't know.
Hunter, you want to bring out your second?
Okay. Okay. Going with I have to. And what people are going to recognize about me is I am a super huge fan of Scream. Scream 6 is mine. And you know, honestly, I don't know if it's a new wave of people that watched this and were like it may be iffy on it, but growing up with the original Screams and seeing this, I'm totally on the level of what they were going for. I love Radio Silence as a team. They did Ready or Not, the two directors, and they brought on one of their producers, and I just I was blown away by what Scream could be nowadays, comparing it to being a 96 film. I want to say is the first one. Yes.
Damn.
And like, yeah, the first film was in 96, and just kind of going like it's a parody on horror movies in a way while also honoring it. This kept up with it, and Scream 6 incorporated what horror is today as well, just like the first one did, just like the second did. And I do understand people talking about some, like, there wasn't enough deaths that really made an impact or anything like that. But honestly, the deaths that happen, you really feel it. And also, like, the characters, I didn't want them to go away anyways, the main characters. And then the ending was, I love the endings of Scream movies. I do, like, no matter
What's special
what.
about him?
The special thing about them is that, like, it's not a realistic going psychotic when the killer's revealed. It You take a group of characters throughout the whole movie and you're wondering the whole time, which one could it be, right?
Yeah.
And once it's revealed, you're like, whoa. And the actor or actress, they do turn it on. They turn it on. And it's a performance. It's a movie. It's just like a stage and something like that. So when they do go completely psychotic at the end, and you're like, oh, I can see how they did, why and how they did all this killing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just with it. I'm with it already. I'm not like, oh, okay, this is so cheesy. Like they're going so over the top. I love that they go over the top. I don't want them to really lead me on to it being them during the whole movie. I don't want them to be that psychotic during the whole movie. I want them to take a huge turn. They're acting the whole time. They're trying to stay under the radar the whole time because they're the serial killer, right?
Yep.
Like it makes sense to me in a story and a movie perspective, and like that's what I love about Scream endings. And I quote especially the first one. I can go back and forth at the ending, like just the different quotes. It's so funny as well, and there's just memorable lines. It's not even cheesy or cringe to me like it might be to some other people. I can
Mm-hmm.
understand, sure, but like just have fun with it. This movie is having fun with horror. It's not a very huge prestigious Oscar type thing. Like you're just having fun.
Yeah.
And that's what I dislike about like what people say about it. But anyways, Scream 6, it showed me what Scream can be nowadays, like in the era where I'm an adult and I could be going through this stuff or something,
Right.
like with all this technology, the iPhones and stuff like that, like it's awesome to me. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen a single Scream movie. If I'm gonna be honest,
Eric.
I
Uh,
know. I know.
uh
Hear me out. Hear me out. Here's all I know about Scream movies. I know they're
Stab.
like a whodunit horror film,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, I've
Yes.
seen a
So
Scary Movie. It's part of that series, right?
scary movie. Yeah, that's basically what I learned from
A
about
lot of people
Scream is
fucking say that too. They're like, when I think of Scream, I think of Scary Movie. And okay, I can understand, but that's a parody. And hey, guys, the original Scream was supposed to be called Scary Movie. That was
yeah.
the original title. But
But
yeah,
like
keep
yeah,
going.
but like my only thing is like I'm going into a horror movie and I can't take it seriously like at
Okay.
all.
Hmm.
Like what it like I'm glad you explained that like how it's like it's supposed to be fun, you know.
Yep.
But yeah, like I don't know, it was something I never really got into,
Okay. Okay.
but I mean, I don't know, maybe I'll check it out sometime. Would you recommend one to start with or just go through the whole thing?
Start with one.
Start with one. Okay.
Yep. And honestly, I could say if you wanted to, you can go 1, 5, then 6 if you
One,
wanted.
five, six.
But
Okay.
me being a diehard, like you gotta kind of go through basically all of them. I would maybe skip over 4. Uh,
Yeah.
like I love 4 in its own way, but like it's not my favorite. I love all of them grouped together. I can't really like say much other than that, but I would say like yeah, you could go 1, 5, 6, but you wouldn't
Okay.
understand the core 3 that start from the first one. But like I at least want you to watch the first one, and
Okay.
5 and 6 are done very well because they're from different directors other than Wes Craven, and like the Radio Silence team just showed how you can do Scream
Yeah.
nowadays, and honoring Wes Craven as well as just trying to improve on stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I was like down, like, to be fair, like, I was like down to watch Scream 6. Like, when I saw the trailer and then
Hell
it
yeah.
showed like them like in a gas station.
Yes. Oh my
And I saw
god.
like Jenna Ortega was in it, and then like he just
Yes.
like the dude walks in with a knife and just kills everybody in that gas station. I'm like, what the hell? Or
One of
it
my
wasn't even a gas station; it was just a
a
bodega or
bodega.
convenience
Yeah.
store.
One of my
Yeah,
favorite sequences in that too. Yep.
I'm like, that's wild. I gotta check that out. And then,
You
yet
you
again,
do. This is going to
never.
be my personal project to you, Eric. You're going to
Okay.
you're gonna watch at least one Scream movie. All right,
Okay. All right. I will. I will
Andy.
keep you updated on my Scream progress.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Andy. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as Eric. I've seen the first Scream and that's it. So yeah, I'm not big into slashers. Like I like some of the classics, but I'm glad that you brought up the order. I might start by skipping to 5, 6, and see if I enjoy it from there.
God damn it, guys! What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
What are we doing here?
Homework for everybody. If you haven't seen Scream, definitely see Scream.
Homework for you two assholes for sure.
Yes.
I'm just
Homework for
kidding.
us also. We're going to be doing it right with you, okay?
Yeah, all right, perfect. All right, what else do you guys got? Sorry about my Scream rant.
Oh, no, that's okay. Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey, I have that on my list too.
Yeah.
Yes. Honor Among Thieves. I love this movie. It kind of came up. It was before the whole Barbenheimer thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like the big blockbuster that like flooded the theaters and everybody was excited about. And yeah, I never got to see it in theaters, but like I did see it on. I think I rented it a while after it came out, and I loved it. I love Dungeons and Dragons, anyways, so I feel like this just put me right at like where I want to be in a fantasy world, and also like they were acting like gamers the whole time. I think it's really funny because they don't take themselves seriously as fantasy characters. Because like the barbarian was like, "Can you have magic? Can't you pay for it with that?" It's like, "No, I can't come up with just money." He's like, "Pay for it with magic."
Yeah.
Like I just love shit like that, and
Yeah.
yeah, it really felt like it was like one of those movies that like you said before, like going meta, I guess. It's just like going with it as in
Yeah. Yeah.
like this is Dungeons and Dragons. It's not like a fantasy world meant for you to take seriously. Like we've all played the game. I mean, yeah, I can't say everybody, but like, it just goes to show like how rich the game is and how humorous it is. So,
Yeah, it's bringing some inside jokes about
yeah,
Dungeons and Dragons and like touching people that have like
absolutely.
played it and that's been a big part of their lives, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and the guy that was the paladin that was like a chaotic good and he was just obnoxiously good the whole time. I thought that was really funny because like
Yeah.
you like when you have these characters you want to play them to the best of your ability, but then you can just kind of overdo it, or you can also have a character that's just over the top good and it goes against every fun thing you want to do in the game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that was that guy. I forgot his name, but like
You gotta stick to your alignment.
yeah, exactly. You have to stick to your alignment, man.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree. And like I didn't realize until after I watched the movie, it was from the same creative team behind Game Night, one of my favorite comedies
Yep.
ever.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, wow. Yeah, this just upped it for me, you know?
Yeah, and like writers of Horrible Bosses too. So
Yep.
definitely some good comedic genius behind that team.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely. And I loved the performances in it. It was an awesome adventure action movie that wasn't so like, oh, turning my brain off now, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's actually some really good sequences in there that I mean, towards the end of it, it got kind of sad at some points, you know.
It did, yeah.
But
There was some emotional backbone to it too.
yeah,
Like it
there
wasn't
was.
just, oh, let's just sprinkle this in here so people can maybe shed one tear. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
No,
You're
no,
not laughing the whole time. And I think
right.
that's what, makes a good movie is like you laugh, you cry, you do all the things.
Yes.
I
So,
think this is a good, almost safe way to play it for general audiences too. The fact that they explained a lot of the references too helps people get into the world without having that, without needing that prior knowledge of what D&D is.
Right.
exactly.
Because there's a
Yeah.
huge like 80s thing, and then it's kind of been sprinkled throughout like time now. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I like this one. This one was a surprise.
Yeah.
It really was. Good pick, Eric.
Yeah.
What you got, Andy?
Yeah, I want to tell you guys about the only movie in 2023 that made me bawl my eyes out. So it's about a raccoon. His name is Rocket.
Motherfucker.
You cried your eyes out during that?
Andy,
Guardians
motherfucker.
of the Galaxy 3. Yeah, this movie made me sad as fuck, man.
Dude,
Dude, I
emotional.
forgot that came out this year, if I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, this
I
one
never
was
seen it.
middle of the year, I think, right? This one came out in May.
Middle. Yep.
You haven't seen this one, Eric?
I haven't. I honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest. My opinions of it was shattered because it's a Marvel movie post Endgame.
Oh,
This,
don't worry
makes
about
sense.
that. Don't worry about that.
This is the
Okay.
one current movie in this phase that is good.
Okay.
This is probably the only one so far.
All right. I'll
If you're gonna
definitely
see-
check it out then.
Yeah, if
I-
you're going to
I
see any
won't-
Marvel movie from this phase, it's this one.
All right.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I won't start a whole Marvel debate now, but I do think a couple other pieces after Endgame were also very great compared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
couple.
I
All
like
right.
this one. It's a long ride. It's I think almost 3 hours again. It's like 2.5 ish.
Yes.
But this one is very individual focused, whereas Guardians 1 and 2, we've seen them as a team, maybe a little bit about Star-Lord. This one takes each individual character and really digs more into the backstories of people and gets more deeper in the feels rather than just being surface level Marvel pew-pewing.
Yes, it doesn't feel like the rest of Marvel, just like a bunch of the other projects have. And honestly, I would take this one over Volume 1 and 2. Not even just being, biased to the time right now. Is just recency bias. There we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Just, wow. I did not realize past Endgame and also a couple of the Spider-Man, especially No Way Home, I didn't expect Marvel to touch my heart this way. And like you could call it manipulation and stuff like that. Like but I won't. I won't like a lot of other reviews have. It's just
Stockholm syndrome.
Seriously, like, oh man.
I could see it. They did take the one animal character and made a sad story.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean,
yes.
Yeah. I don't know. It's James Gunn. It's the same team that you love from the last two movies, and it's a
Mhm.
little more heartfelt and a lot of the same like Drax comedy and all that. So
Yes.
it's a good one. I'd highly recommend it.
Also, what I would give this one too is villain props. The villain, Eric, you're gonna be ruined.
Yeah.
The villain
actually
was so good.
I thought the villain was pretty weak in this.
Really?
Fight.
But I did enjoy the henchman. Was probably my favorite thing. This movie goes darker than some of the previous Marvel stuff.
It does, doesn't
dropping the first F-bomb that I remember in the Marvel universe.
Yes.
What?
Yep, it does.
Yeah.
Oh, that was kind of a spoiler for Eric. He would have enjoyed that.
Wow.
But, I mean,
that's fucking crazy.
You're good. You're good. I understand.
We won't tell you where it is because it's amazing.
It is. It really is.
For it. And then when it happens, I'm like, oh, there it is. There it is.
Honestly, no, like I thought the villain was so strong, especially with the performance. And it was from one of the actors that James Gunn had in Peacemaker, the series. So it was nice to see him pop up again.
Oh, I love Peacemaker.
I thought the performance was fantastic. I thought the motivations were pretty standard for Marvel.
I could kind of see that. I think maybe the performance really just boosted it for me, and it kind of got me past that. But yeah, I would like to take a second look at the writing, honestly, now that you say that. Like, yeah, I'm not going to fist fight you like Eric wants us to, but like I understand. I understand now like that you say that, so I will take that into consideration.
Yeah, what else you got for us, sir?
Oh, okay, let's kind of change it up. I'll go with a very good quality comedy that finally popped up for me because it's been hard for me, especially lately, to find good quality comedies. Like I just mentioned Game Night as being one of my favorites in a long
Yeah,
while. I'll go with No Hard Feelings.
of course. Maybe the
With
best comedy of the year, right?
honestly, it might be. I mean, I could put Bottoms up there and Theater Camp, but wow, like No Hard Feelings was just kind of a more straightforward, good quality comedy that can roll with everybody and kind of like get everybody laughing. And that's what we need again, I feel. And Jennifer
Yeah.
Lawrence's performance in this, like it's so good to see her after a while of not acting, and just awesome that the main boy character is actually a guy that was going to go to college at a prestigious college. I can't recall it right now, but like the actual actor was going to go to college, and Jennifer Lawrence and the director had to talk him out of not going to college to
For this
act in
movie.
this movie.
What?
It's amazing, guys. Like, yeah, and it's just so funny that his character is going to go to freaking, I think it was Harvard or something like that. Like,
That's
just
amazing.
awesome. Yeah, yeah, and he's never acted before.
If he's
That's
got it
wild.
once, he's got it again. He can go now. Now he's got the extra money movie.
Yes,
Movie money.
exactly. He can pay for college now,
Movie
hopefully.
money.
Yeah, Movie
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I
just
I
awesome.
regret not seeing Bottoms yet. That might have changed my list if I had got to see that before this. But
It
yeah,
might
No
have.
Hard Feelings was really good comedy and surprising.
It was. It was just, yeah, just a really nice surprise to me this year. And yeah, I mean, that's just basically all I have to say about it. Like, people just need to watch it for the story and the comedy in the story and like the lines and just the situations that happen. There's plenty of cringe in it, but it's good cringe. It's not like, oh, I need to go crawl in a hole and die. It's yeah, just it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's also lighthearted. It's not just this stupid comedy, you know.
Yeah. If you've seen Good Boys from a couple of years
Good
prior,
Boys, yeah.
this is the same type of humor, same director. So yeah,
That's
if you
right.
like that, you'll like this.
Yes.
I went to, like, the few times I go to a theater, I went to go see Good Boys.
Amazing. All right.
I
Yeah.
seen that one with my mom for the first time. I did
Oh
not realize
no.
how raunchy that was gonna
Oh
be.
no. Oh no, Andy. I'm
Oh
like,
man.
I'm fucking embarrassed for you right now. Sorry. But hopefully your mom's cool about it.
Yeah, it was good. She liked this one too. Yeah, I think it's her type of
Awesome.
humor. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Okay. Good.
very big surprise. I like this one.
Yeah. Good. Eric, what you got?
I got a movie.
You have one.
No, it's actually a show.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bring up
it's
the first
called
show.
it's about a hot dog.
What?
Yeah. So, like, in this
Huh?
show, they
I have no idea what this is.
they take two hot dogs and they put clothes on them. And then they put, like, human heads on top.
What? What is this?
It's it's called Beef.
You mother. Dude. God, you got me going there. You got me going. Dude,
I
beef
thought you were
Yeah,
gonna
is so
no,
say
that'd
good.
be
like
wild if it was about hot dogs.
I
I thought you were
didn't
gonna
think
say
a
like
prestigious. Yeah.
a mini series based off of Sausage Party or something.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
yeah, yeah. A
That
sausage
could be.
party popped up into my head right away, Andy. I'm on the same page as you.
Yeah. No, like, it's Beef, and I basically,
Okay.
like, looked at the poster for it, and, like, that's where I drew the inspiration from that fantastic joke I just made.
That was gold, Eric. You should be a comedian.
Like Steven Yeun should be a comedian because this show is fucking awesome.
Oh, it's awesome. I loved it. Oh my god. Their beef was just something to be amazed by. Just these two people, how they go at each other. And you don't know where it's going at all. I had no idea how it would end.
Yeah, I didn't either. Well, I mean, it's not ended yet. I mean, the first season's out, but it's or is it a limited series?
I want to say it's limited. It's an
It's a limited.
A24, and yeah, I think it's limited.
I don't think they're gonna come back with
No, I doubt it.
They're not coming
it.
I know it's
Sad.
sad. It's sad, but yeah, I think this is it.
But yeah, no, it was great. I had a lot of laughs and a lot of not laughs, because it also made me tear up at some points because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be poor and watch rich people do their thing.
Yeah. Hey, I think we're all with you, man. We could cry together. Yeah, it's all good.
This
And
movie gets you
yeah,
in the feels.
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
no,
it kind of follows along with a lot of A24 stuff. Like I did feel the A24 in it, and just the careful detail and the story, just everything that went into it.
yeah. David Cho being like one of my favorite people ever being in this was like the
Hmm.
greatest thing ever. I did not expect that going into this, like that he was going to be in it. But I was like, yeah, he was really cool. A complete different character than how he actually is in person. So it's like, I mean, yeah, I guess that's what acting is. But he's normally not an actor; he's an artist. So I thought that was like the craziest thing.
No, definitely.
Yeah, if you guys watch the first episode, you'll know if it's for you or not. It's really good though. You'll get hooked.
Yeah.
It's on
Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah, definitely. I agree. Andy, what you got?
Yeah, so I got a movie to recommend to you guys that I didn't have high expectations going in, but I seen the trailers of this one and at least wanted to see it before the year ended. So I was happy that it came to Netflix. Gran Turismo.
Huh.
Man,
So I was a big fan of the
man,
games growing up. Big
dude.
fan of the games growing up. Big fan of David Harbour. This movie was great. It was very surprising. Very, very cheesy editing that takes a little bit to getting used to. Could do without it. But the story itself, I loved it. And the fact it's based on a true story and they put so much work into it with the real life guy that this happened to being the stunt double in this movie, just amazing. Have you guys seen this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this was my number 3 pick of the year because I loved it so much. This shit
Oh,
made me
wow.
really emotional.
High praise, guys.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You guys might be slighted at me. I'm sorry, but I have not seen this and I didn't have a desire to, but the excitement from your guys' mouths, like seriously makes me kind of want to check this out, honest.
You gotta, dude.
This was a surprise. Do you like racing movies?
I might have a
It depends. Are you talking like Fast and the Furious racing? Or like
Like have you seen Ford v Ferrari with um oh, what's his name?
Matt
Matt
Damon and
Damon?
and Christian Bale, my favorite actor.
Bale. Yeah.
Ford v
So,
Ferrari?
guys, Christian Bale was why I did not check that one out. I
Damn.
know
Okay,
it
well
might be a prestigious film, honestly. Like I do understand that, and like kind of a historical film. And
yeah.
do you guys think I should check that one out?
I haven't seen it either, so
If you don't like Bale, probably not,
Okay.
but if you like racing films, I would recommend it as well as this one.
Okay.
I like racing films just because it's one of those very easy to measure heroes' journeys type of thing
Hmm.
because it's like you can see the physical like place that they place in each time, and it's I thought they just did really good with this movie as well.
Okay.
It's got a lot of heart.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, with racing movies, it really does depend. Honestly, I can't tell you guys the last racing movie that I've seen. I will say that like in real life, I like have gone to a NASCAR race in person because of my dad's work event, and they did sponsor one of the drivers, and I got to meet the driver and his father, which was really cool. It was a really cool moment, and I still remember it, even though I'm not super into NASCAR, right? So like
Yeah.
I do appreciate the sport, and like I am actually really excited to check out the Ferrari movie.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and kind of like keep up with what happens in Vegas with this F1 race that's going to go on. But other than that, I can't really say that I've like checked out much racing. And Fast and Furious. I used I used to like it as a kid, a couple of the originals, and I just don't have the same interest in it as I did. And
I
I
don't
think it's
either.
gone way downhill, honestly. But yeah, that's for another
I'm right
day.
with you, dude.
Thank
I
you.
used to be like real, like I used to be a fan of it when I was a kid. Like I thought it was really cool with
Yep.
all the stunts they did with the cars and stuff. Really cool. But like
Yeah.
I didn't even see the latest movie that came out with it.
No,
It was
that
just
came out this year.
it
Fast X.
got worse and worse as time went on. So
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. The main star in this, Archie Manekwe, I think is how you say it. He's in Midsummer as well. He's one of the guys from there.
oh, I remember
That
him now.
other couple that's
Yeah.
not a part of Florence Pugh's
Oh,
group.
from the Swedish village that's
No,
celebrating.
No,
they were
he's the other couple that gets invited.
yeah.
The
Oh,
ones that go to the rock ceremony
He's a
with
tall dude.
I
yeah,
get you.
yeah. Very small role, but yeah, he does fantastic in this.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, this movie has a lot of heart. I'd recommend.
Amazing. Okay, okay. I might
I
check it
cried
out just because of
a
your
lot.
guys. Yeah.
Back to you, Hunter.
Back to me. Okay. Oh man. All right. Obviously one of the biggest movies of the year. A lot of people are going to recognize it. Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Going with my favorite superhero, Spider-Man. Wow. I was really looking forward to a next installment after Into the Spider-Verse. I I will admit, when I watched the trailer for Into the Spider-Verse the first time, for some reason, I was like, about it. I don't know why. I don't know why I maybe wasn't just willing to accept this extraordinary achievement in animation.
I think
Mm-hmm.
so Into the Spider-Verse, I think that was about like a little bit around the time that was it Homecoming or wait, no, that
It
was
it was
w-
during a Sony movie, and I'm
Far
trying to
From Home.
recall right now. Yeah, I think it was like Far From Home, or even like was it Venom?
Maybe.
Possibly like where the trailer they had a portion of the trailer play after.
Yeah, I'm
This
pretty
one
sure
came out the year after
the
Homecoming,
year after Homecoming.
Okay, so it might
Okay.
have been Homecoming, huh?
Yeah.
so it's probably being trailered at that point with Homecoming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's right. So it was like maybe you're thinking like, "Oh my god, they're just milking the shit out of Spider-Man." Is that what you're thinking?
Kinda, yeah. And like I'm not against a Latina African American being Spider-Man. Like I honestly totally support that. I have been made fun of basically like quite a bit of my life for being more darker skinned, even though I'm only a dark German and I have a little bit of Native American in me.
Yeah. No.
It was just I'm like, okay, Peter Parker is my Spider-Man. I just see
Yeah.
that. I never really read or saw anything about Miles, and I'm so glad Miles has been brought into the forefront with being in a film. Now that I've seen Into the Spider-Verse, I was amazed by the animation and what people can do with animation and comic type design being
Yeah.
incorporated into into animation. It's amazing what they can do. And Across the Spider-Verse blew me away because it was even better than the first. It was better than
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse. I felt like it was a step up, which is what you want always from a sequel, right?
Yep.
So like that is
Mhm.
textbook what it should be, and not just cash grab, like just pumping something out after a very big hit. It was just stunning to me, and the different animations that they even added in this one, especially with Gwen Stacy's world, the watercolor painting stuff.
Oh
I
man.
was amazed by, because I do acrylic paintings, and like I've always wanted to get into oil painting, and like just what you can do with art, especially on a digital scale, is
Yep.
just amazing to me. And it is very artistic to me still, even though you're not doing a physical like painting. You can do this on
Oh
digital.
man. It takes a ton of skill for sure.
I'm sure. And it's just like, it's such a crazy technical feat that I'm still blown away by. And I want to rewatch it every time just to see the details in it.
Yep. Because
And
there's like at
yeah,
least 30 different art styles throughout this whole movie, and it's actually nuts to like witness them all in one movie.
Yeah.
right. And like adding some live action aspects to it, where Miles is seeing some of these flashbacks from Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield holding Detective Stacy in his arms and crying, and
Yeah.
fucking Donald Glover as a Prowler. That's awesome. Like
Yeah.
connecting it
Yep.
from Spider-Man Homecoming to this, it's just like, wow, this does really feel like a Spider-Verse.
Yep.
And Miguel O'Hara, oh my God, Oscar Isaac playing him. What an amazing, like, gray area villain to have in a movie.
Yeah.
I want my own live action with Oscar Isaac as
I do
a
too,
Spider-Man, as a
exactly.
vampire
Yeah. He was
And
Spider-Man.
really intense.
even some toss away villain as the Blob, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason
We get
Jason Schwartzman, I've heard him do a couple of voice work things, and he's amazing. He knocks it out of the park, and like it becomes this huge thing towards the end. I'm not going to spoil it, but like just what an amazing villain there too,
Hmm.
you know? Yeah, so just wow. This movie just blew me away this year.
Yeah, I loved Across the Spider-Verse. And yeah, definitely taught me we're all Spider-Man.
it makes me curious for the future of the multiverse. They did some interesting things with the movie, and I was still apprehensive about this one even after the first. I don't think I enjoyed it as much as the audience consensus, even though I liked the first one a lot. But this one blew me away. It's definitely a top Marvel film.
It is. It definitely is. Yeah. I mean, even though it came from the Sony vein instead of
Yeah, not
MCU.
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, they're blurring the lines because they showed those videos of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, and
True.
I like
Yeah.
you're just blurring the lines so much. Is it Sony or are you in the MCU?
You're right, Andy. You're right. Yeah. No, I just oh man. And wow, the soundtrack guys. I listened to a couple of the songs on repeat after watching this movie, and I just could picture the movie in my head every time, and that's
Yeah.
what you want.
And they did that with the first one too. With the was it
Sunflower
Sunflower? The
was,
song from the first
yes.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they blew up after that movie.
Yep. That was very good song. And yeah, just good everything overall. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, loved it.
Awesome. I'm glad you guys agree. But yeah,
So my next one is a show that came out this year.
awesome.
It is called The Last of Us.
Whew.
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah, I love this show. I mean, I'm like, okay, so coming from someone who's never played the game, I'm gonna butcher a lot of what I think I know about the Last of Us universe.
Go off,
Yeah.
King. You got
Yeah,
this.
I know. But I mean, from what I know, I mean, most people that have played the game and then watched the show didn't like the show as much, or they would think that it would be a good show on its own and not like The Last of Us or something, which is fine. I think, I mean, I've seen like some material online that says, this show is like a 1-to-1 or whatever. And then I've seen people's like, oh, this show sucks. And it's like, I don't know. But because I can't really compare the two. I don't never played the game, but from what I've seen, like it looks really, I mean, it's just great. I mean, the story, the characters in it, Pedro Pascal, and I am so sorry. What's her name?
Bella Ramsey.
Bella Ramsey.
Bella
I
Ramsey.
knew it was a Ramsey.
Yeah, Little Miss Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both did great in this, and yeah, it's gonna be great to see where this goes from here.
I will offer my insight from. I haven't played it myself, but I've watched like entire playthroughs actually several times.
Oh wow.
Because I've never had a PlayStation, but like I was in love with this game. I've seen multiple people play it through. It's accurate. It's like 1-to-1 in a lot of scenes. It's really good. Maybe one of the best video game adaptations I've seen.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to add too. Honestly, like I have seen quite a few video game adaptations from gaming to the screen, and I I'd have to disagree hardly with everybody that's kind of shitting on it and not being close to the game and everything. Like I've talked to some people that have played the game and watched this, and they're just amazed. And I do remember watching a couple of my buddies playing a couple of the missions. I do have a PlayStation, but I never did play the game. I never touched a controller for the game at all. But I was super excited just with the premise of the game and who was casted in this series. And honestly, like how the writers of the series also like adding their own stuff to it, like especially the relationship between Nick Offerman and I always forget his name, but he was from the first season of The White Lotus, and I love him
Scott
too.
Shepherd.
Who's that?
Scott Shepherd.
Scott Shepherd. So their relationship that was added. There wasn't much in the games about that.
I know that was one that was a little panned online because people didn't like it that it was changed from the game. Because Bill's relationship in the game is just referenced to rather than like apparently shown.
What I have to say about that is people are too
I thought it was done really good.
People are too sensitive. Like it's not going to be 1-to-1 with the game. You got to kind of change some things. And movies and series, for stories to work, they do need to be altered just a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Another one I wanted to briefly discuss about was Indiana Jones number 5. Yeah, number 5. It feels
Dial
weird
of
to say.
Destiny.
It has been what, like 10 plus years since we've had one?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
10,
Yeah.
20 years before that. Yeah, Dial of Destiny. It was actually surprisingly good. I enjoyed this a lot.
That was, I mean, it was surprising after Kingdom of the Crystal Skull because it's like there's not like giant ants and all that stuff. But it was like it was grounded, but it was great. It was took you on adventure across time and the world.
See, the thing is now I feel like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull brought open a new chapter of Indiana Jones that they could explore a little more if Harrison Ford is spry enough to do any more of these.
Doubt it.
I feel like they almost went into comic book territory of like I could see this being straight on an Indiana Jones comic book.
Yeah.
like the whole time traveling aspect of this movie. It goes off the wall a little bit, and I loved it though. I thought it was good.
Awesome. Oh man, the thing about Indiana Jones is obviously I didn't grow up with them. You guys didn't grow up with them like in the time that like they
Mm-hmm.
released, right? So
Yeah.
it all depends on if somebody showed you them or if you discovered them by yourself, right? And my dad, he introduced me to the first three, and that was big for me that my dad showed me movies because I was more of the movie kid, than him, and he was just so excited to show me those. And I'm super excited to finally check this out now that it's on Disney Plus. Unfortunately, I was never able to make it to the theater for it. Even though one of my buddies is a big Indiana Jones fan, just like I am now because of my dad. I
So have you seen this one yet?
I have not. I have not. I'm gonna watch it for sure now that it's on Disney Plus. I honestly didn't even realize that it was on Disney Plus for free, and I'm
It
surprised by that.
just got added.
Yes, yeah. So
It's very recent.
I'm excited. I'm very excited, like to hear you guys talk about it. And yeah, I can't wait. I hope it's more like the previous indie movies before Crystal Skull, and like you being more adventurous. And yeah,
Obviously, there's no hiding the fact that Harrison Ford is 40-ish years older than the previous
right.
movies. So they fully embraced it,
Yeah.
and I like it. I don't know if they can do any more after this. Like Harrison Ford's age shows in this movie, but like they work with it in the writing of it.
Okay.
But yeah, this one's James Mangold, so it's not Spielberg like the originals.
Right.
But I thought he still did good picking up the series where it left off.
Mangold did a good job with Logan, so that's why I've been excited that he was the director for this one.
Man, he's just
Yeah,
wrapping up
yeah.
like okay. Before I say anything more, what did you think of what did you think of the whole like beginning sequences with the deep fakes?
I thought they were good. They were tastefully done. I mean they had to do it. They couldn't have just
They had to, yeah.
match cut to the front. So
Yeah.
I thought it worked well. They did a different thing than Star Wars did, because I think Star Wars took like a likeness of the person, where they actually just used unused footage from old movies and stuff from Harrison Ford and from Indiana Jones stuff to make that.
Really?
Oh yeah,
They
so
used
I
old
thought that was good.
footage?
Yeah, paired with him doing mocap and stuff like that to make that.
Oh. Okay. That's
So
interesting.
it's almost like an AI model,
Yeah.
but with his own facial animations of his modern person.
Like it was well done. The only thing like the thing was it was like jarring at first because like I know that's not him. That's not him. But
Yeah,
then like once you get past it, I'm like, okay, all right, I know it's not him, but this still looks really good.
Okay.
yeah, I liked it a lot, and yeah, this movie definitely brings back the adventure of the old ones. I did wish they used the score a little bit more. It's very sparingly used through this movie.
Oh, like the original score?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't
Okay.
know if that's just like we don't want to overload the references, but I don't know. I like the original score. I wish they would have fully put it out there.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, it was good though.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah, you'll like this one, Hunter.
Awesome. I'm super excited, guys.
Yeah, if you liked all of them before Crystal Skull, you'll
Yes.
love this one.
Definitely.
Yeah. What do you got, Hunter?
Okay, we'll go with another animated. And I won't speak a lot on it because it is just a simple story. It's simple, like it grabs you. That's it. You can just enjoy it fully. Super Mario Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was an amazing animated film to come out this year. The voice performances, everybody doubted Chris Pratt, for doing Mario's voice. But honestly, when they kind of give you a sample of the voice in the beginning of the movie with the original voice actor doing it, you almost kind of think, I wouldn't want that for a whole movie. You
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
like it could get too much, right? So I'm glad that Chris Pratt pulled through and that the movie kind of just proved everybody wrong. That's the nicest part. And
Yeah.
Charlie Day as Luigi, wow, like I loved it. I didn't expect to love it, but I love it so much. And Jack Black as Bowser. Oh my god, just everybody. Keegan Michael Key as Toad. You wouldn't even think it's Keegan Michael Key at
You know, I
all.
I honestly was like, I was watching this movie expecting to hear the voices that I know, but
Yes.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear them. You know, they
Yeah.
they really did the part really well.
Yes, and Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach. What a nice sounding voice for a princess. And
I did not recognize her.
Yeah.
no, no, not really. No. It was weird, but like wow, especially Eric, talking about our hue lights, right? Every
Yep.
time I watch this movie, I want to put my hue lights up in
Oh
sync
yeah.
with it because it is so colorful and it's just so imaginary and crazy in the Mario world without it being a video game.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is this the is this the best year of video game adaptations?
oh man, we could be contending. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I would say
Yeah.
so. I mean, because
Fifth,
like if you're
Gran
compared to
Turismo,
all
D&D,
the rest of
Barbie,
them,
technically.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say it
It could
is.
be. It could
I'm
be.
gonna be the first to say that it is because I mean, so far,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't seen any better ones. Have you?
I mean, there's good ones out there, but no like entire years that stack up as well as this year did.
Yeah.
You guys would know better than I would. And honestly, like the last point that I want to make on Super Mario Bros. With Illumination pairing up with Nintendo, it could honestly take over the animation world if they keep going with these Nintendo adaptations. It like it honestly could
I hope
maybe
it does.
take over Pixar and Disney if they keep slipping up and stuff. I'm not making fun of them. It's just that it's not where it was
No.
at all with them, and this could become huge, huge for animation. So I'm very excited that it's kind of getting kickstarted with this very enjoyable movie. You know?
Yeah, check back in a few years to see if I regret this decision. But yeah, I would also not mind seeing Nintendo pair more and do more of these.
No.
Anything if we could just not get any more Minions movies, please.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is
There's
Illumination, and
enough, please.
I
Yeah,
I agree. I agree. Yeah, they need some more
just
variation.
do these instead. Go do I don't know what would they do next. Tetris.
Zelda,
We just got
Or
Tetris movie this year actually.
Metroid, something
Metroid
like
Prime.
that.
Yeah, that'll be
Yeah,
good.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They have been
Metroid could be
talking about
good.
Metroid a little bit in some articles that I've read, and yeah, no, it's just
Yeah,
exciting. It's new possibilities, honestly, and like
yeah.
could add to the animation world as well as the film world.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I
Cool.
got on Super Mario.
All right. So, for my next one, I didn't expect to like as much as I did. But it is To Catch a Killer. I know. All right.
Hmm.
So when you hear the title To Catch a Killer, you're thinking of a documentary or, a classic, who done it film or something. But it's actually not that. It is a thriller or a mystery thriller that is actually like action packed at some points. It's pretty nerve wracking at some points, and it is a good ride. If I can't remember where I watched it on. I think it might have been on Netflix or something. But yeah, if you ever get the chance, like watch it.
It's on my watch list,
This one's
Eric.
on the Hulu.
It better be, because I don't want y'all sleeping on this one.
Andy, I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
think I talked over you. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
No, you're good. Just saying, this one's on Hulu right now.
Oh, it's on
Yes, there
Hulu.
we
That's
go.
where it was.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's where I've seen it too, and it's on my watch list, and it's simply because of the fact that when my girls Shailene Woodley is in it, and Ben Mendelsohn, I love him. I love him
Mhm.
too. So I'm really excited to check this one out. I love thrillers. They're in my wheelhouse. So thank you for suggesting this one. I'm glad you
Yeah.
really liked it, honestly. I didn't know what to make of it. I didn't know what people thought about it, but I knew it came out this year and I knew it was maybe a movie I needed to check out.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely need to check it out. And yeah, I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it.
Awesome. I'll let you know as soon as I watch it. Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andy?
Yeah, I got one that you guys might not have watched this yet. It just came out on the 8th. It's called Leave the World Behind.
Oh, yeah. I've seen it.
Okay. I've
Yep.
heard of it.
Yeah. So yeah, this one's on Netflix. It's a new release with Julia Roberts, Ethan Hawke, and Mahershala Ali. Great cast.
Yeah,
And this movie is just fucking thrilling.
it is.
I'll admit it doesn't leave you in the end with the kind of feelings that I thought I would want from this movie.
Yeah.
But I think the ride to the end was worth it. And I had a lot of not fun with this movie, but like thrilling excitement of seeing what was going to be next with this this end of the world thriller.
Is thrilling excitement not fun?
Yeah, in a different way than like, Super Mario Bros. Fun.
Oh, yeah.
This is like
Okay.
this reminds me of like The Happening, but
Oh,
better
The Happening.
type of thing.
I've never seen The Happening.
Yeah, it was a Mark Wahlberg movie. I think is an M. Night Shyamalan direct. It wasn't great.
with like a bunch of birds that are swarming and stuff, right?
Oh,
Yeah, it's about the wind killing people and making people kill themselves.
Oh.
This movie has that
It's like The
vibe,
Bird
but it's
Box?
done better. Like, yeah, that too. Like, it's like you don't know what's going on. Like, you feel alone in this world, and like you're compressed.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
This movie, it does really good at its thrilling aspects, even if it may not succeed in the end.
Yeah, I don't like I can only assume that there's going to be a sequel with that ending. If you're just going to end it like on that, like I'm just
No,
mad.
I think that's just how it is.
I'm angry with that
unfortunately.
now. Okay, well,
But-
anyways, I'm still gonna
Yeah,
hope, Andy.
recommend
We're
for you,
gonna come
Hunter,
back a couple years from now, and then I'm gonna say I told you so. And yeah,
Leave the World Behind 2.
yeah.
Yeah, but this movie almost unlocked some new fears too, as well.
Okay.
I won't spoil anything, but yeah, I want to hear your thoughts when you end up watching this one, Hunter.
Yeah.
No, I would love to give my thoughts to you guys after. Honestly, working at the bank right now, I have found that not a lot of people there are big movie people, and one woman that is a couple years younger than me, and I'm 26 right now, so it's interesting hearing what younger people are kind of watching, right?
Mhm.
And she came into my break room and she's like, have you heard of the movie Leave the World Behind? And I'm like, you know
Mhm.
what? I've heard of the title and I know it's on Netflix. Like, what do you think? And she's like, I
Yeah.
watched the trailer and I'm like really excited to watch it. And I
Yeah.
believe it's really about that like, that technology side of it, and, kind of
Mhm.
relating to that now that we're in the world we're in right now.
Yeah. Like, what would happen?
Right. Yeah. Like, what, Tesla's taking over? Is that kind of what it is, right?
I would say it's a very, very small part.
Okay.
But if the if the trailer does hook you, it's gonna continue to hook you for almost 2 hours,
Awesome.
and then it's gonna leave you with big blue balls. So
Yeah,
Blue balls?
gigantic blue balls.
Guys, do we
I
want blue
swear to
balls?
God,
Oh
man,
man.
if I
Oh
don't get a
man.
sequel here soon, I am going to start a riot.
Shit. Okay. No,
yeah,
I'm excited to check it out, especially after you guys mentioning it as well. It's just interesting. Like I kind of take into account what people in my environment are kind of telling me about as well, because they know she knew already that like I am a big movie guy. So I'm glad she brought it to my attention. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, before we spoil this movie, bring us back around, Hunter.
All right. Last one I'm ending up with is The Killer, and it is streaming on
Yeah,
Netflix as we speak. It is one of David Fincher's movies since he has a contract with Netflix still. And it's really weird not seeing a Fincher movie in theaters for the past couple years, especially since like Gone Girl and all those that were huge hits. He is my favorite director, and I was waiting for this one for a long time, very long time. And I was really excited that he was adapting kind of another book. It's actually like it's a graphic novel about an assassin, and I was really excited to see the cast, especially Michael Fassbender being the main lead and everything. I love Michael Fassbender, and my wife and I sat down on the couch and we watched this. I think the second night it was out, because I didn't realize, unfortunately, the first night that it was out on a Friday night, I was like, "What the fuck? The Killer just came out! It dropped on it dropped on Netflix! Like, no, we gotta watch this." And I just like I was so disappointed in myself that I didn't realize like it's like the exact moment that it came out, and we finally watched it. And I will say the first round when we watched it, it was a little surprising to me, especially me being a very passionate Fincher fan. It was very surprising, and I couldn't pinpoint why. And I think it was due to the fact that I didn't realize like really what Fincher was trying to say with this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm not really spoiling it, but the assassin misses his shot on his assassination, and you're
Yeah.
not expecting it at all. Like him to miss the shot, the sniper shot. And I was like, okay, after the movie, I'm like, I gotta hop on some podcasts. I gotta hop on some articles. Let's see what's happening here. And I saw explanations, a couple explanations lined up for me that I saw, and I was like, okay, I can see this. It's all about filmmaking in general, the whole movie, and David Fincher being like, okay, if you miss this take, if you miss this shot, it's all over for you. And him being a perfectionist, I know this about him, where he needs to take like 80 fucking takes for one scene. And this is basically him saying, "Here, like I took one shot, I missed. That's what's going on here." You know, it's basically Michael Fassbender is the director, the assassin is the director, and if you miss that shot, if you miss that take, it's all over and people are going to chastise you for it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so like I thought that was a very very interesting explanation of it, and I was like, okay, I understand this now in his
Yeah.
eyes, right? He's always afraid of failure and not getting it right the first time or any time, you know?
Yeah.
So
We
it
can all
just
relate to that though, right?
yeah, yeah, exactly. And at the end of the day, it was a very like just simple thriller kind of stripped down like he did for Panic Room. And like even the game was kind of stripped down like we talked about
Yeah.
on the pod. It was kind of stripped down, not so complicated like he usually not complicated, but a
Yeah.
little more in depth like he likes to do. It
Yeah.
was just very stripped down, and it reminded me of his like kind of earlier stuff, and that's perfectly okay.
I feel like The Killer was a bit straightforward for a straight, a David Fincher film.
Right.
But I mean, that didn't take anything away from it. But
No,
it was
yeah.
just not what I was expecting coming to the end of it, you know?
Right. I didn't expect Michael Fassbender to also be like an unreliable narrator. I took everything, like all of his words at point value, and I didn't realize, stupid me, that he was trying to talk himself out of some stuff. And like unreliable narrator, just like Fight Club guys, like just like you
Oh,
guys
yep.
talked about on the pod. It's an unreliable narrator. He does not get everything right, and he's trying to say no empathy, everything like that, but it isn't so.
I think he has like some sort of resistance at some points, but
He
he still sticks by his values. Like,
right, yeah, he
yeah.
has a love interest in somebody he really cares about. That goes against his rule of no
Yep.
empathy. And yeah, like it's like it's apparent once you rewatch it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I suppose. Yeah, I've only seen it once, so I was taking everything at face value. But
I've
yeah, I
seen it
should definitely give it a good watch again.
I've seen it like twice through now, and thankfully I did rewatch it. So yeah, if you
Yeah.
guys want, rewatch it and kind of take it in. Yeah.
Yeah. I like your opinion on, or I like, you know, that you relayed to us about the whole point of him, like him being Fincher and like not missing his shot, or then missing his shot when he's not supposed to. I like
Right?
that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely not my thought. I won't take credit for it. But once I heard it and realized it, I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Like this
It's pretty
this is my
profound.
director. This is my director,
Yeah.
still. And it's nice when you hear afterthoughts. And like I always hope that we can do that on our pods for people. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I got another one that you guys might like or might not. It's it's called Elemental.
Hey, all right. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. I like this more than I expected to. Usually I'm not like a huge fan of like Disney movies, so I was this a Disney movie or was it like Pixar or something?
Disney Pixar. Yep.
Disney Pixar. Okay. Yeah, well, my point still stands. I'm usually not a huge fan of those movies, but like I really like this movie. There was like a parallel meaning to it. It was like Asian immigrants to America, and
Mm-hmm.
like there are struggles with that, and like opposites attract, or not even like attract, but like opposites getting together, but they're not supposed to be. Kind of like a Romeo and Juliet type of thing. It was really good. Yeah, I like the use of practicality of the elements being used to tell a story of this certain aspect.
Right. Yeah, like interracial relationships as
Yeah.
well. And I wow, I agree with you, Eric, like all the way. Honestly, this might be one of my favorite Pixar movies. I really disagree with a lot of the controversy over it,
Yeah.
with people discussing, oh, it didn't follow through with this social issue or this political issue. Honestly, after watching the movie as well as the director commentary kind of on it. It was kind of about the making of it, and
Yeah.
the maker of it, he's been a part of Pixar for a long time. He even played Remy's brother in Ratatouille, his voice. And yeah, he's been a part of Pixar for a long time, and I just really appreciated his personal story going into this. And his wife is white, so interracial couple right there that
Mm-hmm.
he just kind of tried to relate through with elements not mixing together.
Right.
And people are diving too far into it and trying to make sense of it that way. Honestly, it was just a really touching, awesome, awesome animation. Wow, good job, Pixar team,
Oh yeah,
with it.
absolutely.
Seriously, like everything amazed me. I was like, wow, this is so different, and it's so Pixar at the same time.
Yep.
You know? Yeah,
Yeah. I love the colors and contrasts like
yeah,
that just uh keeps me captivated the whole time. I felt like a kid in a candy store.
right, exactly. Andy, have you seen this?
No, I've only seen the trailers, and like Eric, these movies typically aren't for me. And honestly, the trailers just I didn't have any intention of seeing it, but maybe with your guys' recommends, I'll check it out.
Damn it, Andy. Quit being a
Yeah.
Scrooge.
It kind of on the outside, it looks like hot trash. I'm not gonna lie.
It looks like
What? What?
It just
damn, bro.
I don't like Pixar stuff nowadays. I like the old stuff when I was a kid, but I don't know, it's not for me nowadays.
Check this one out then.
Yeah, no, this one's really good. It's not it's
So,
nothing like I don't know. It's nothing too light. It felt pretty heavy for me, honestly. So, I mean, it's it is childish at some points, but not too childish.
Eric, thank you.
okay.
Thank you for your input, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give this one a look.
Please, Andy. Yeah, I want you to at least see the different animation and stuff. It's incredible, honestly, like what they could do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap us out with one of the biggest movies of the year, Five Nights at Oppenheimer. Just kidding. It's
You son of a
Oppenheimer.
bitch. Okay,
It's
god damn.
Oppenheimer.
Oh, I thought you were totally going with Five Nights at Freddy's.
No, that one's in my my trash movies of the year. Not any fault of the movie. I think I need to watch that streaming, but
Okay.
without an audience.
Throw it away.
Yeah. Oppenheimer.
But yeah, Oppenheimer. Since we didn't get to discuss it yet in depth, yeah, this one I think in no small part to Alamo Drafthouse was one of my top movies of the year, and the 3 hours went by in a flash, no pun intended. And yeah, we talked a lot about everyone in this movie in our movie stars episode, and just everyone kills it here. It's a great movie.
Yep.
I agree. Yeah, and isn't it fitting that we're starting with Barbie and then ending with Oppenheimer?
Yeah, I
That is a hell of a
even
rap.
Yes.
even read the biography that the movie's based off of, and it's fantastic. It's to the point, and it's good.
You did read it, Andy?
Yeah, well, audiobook, but yeah, I enjoyed it a
Okay,
lot.
so
It's
you
really
you
good.
listened. You listened.
There's a
listened,
book on this
yeah.
movie?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, of course. I mean, it's based on a true story anyways.
Isn't it
I don't
isn't
know
it
why I'm
called
surprised.
American Prometheus?
Yep, the two guys who are credited as the writers, or credited on writers in this movie,
Okay.
are the writers of the book. And I think one actually passed away. I can't remember which one. One of them passed away before this movie released.
Okay.
Yeah, but they were both very instrumental in putting this movie together with Nolan.
Honestly, this movie blew me away.
So good.
I would say, like, if I'm honest, the movie didn't wrap me up in the first like 20 minutes, but then
Mm-hmm.
ever since I was wrapped. I don't know how to explain it really. It's just kind of how the movie flowed. But
Yeah, I think
wow,
they were like
yeah.
jumping on a whole bunch of different parts before they actually got into the story.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. I wasn't really like knowing where it was going,
Yep.
where I should follow. But like
Yeah.
once it got more into the movie, you kind of understand more and like of what you should follow and how the story is laid out. Wow, the
Mhm.
performances in this movie and wow, the directing from Christopher Nolan, even though I'm up and down on him, just amazing. Amazing. I don't even know. I'm still wowed by it.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the sound design of this
Oh
movie?
wow. Oh wow.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
But I had my volume at a decent volume as I was watching this. But
Mhm.
I have subwoofers like behind my couch just, for added bass. I mean, usually in a movie you don't it the bass isn't that crazy. But like goddamn, when he has these like visions or whatever, I was like, holy shit. Cuz like it was like, oh man, it was nuts. I had to turn off the subwoofer in order to watch the rest of the movie because it just couldn't hang.
Yeah.
Did you guys both see this one at home?
We watched it at home,
No.
yeah.
Nope.
I told you
In
I missed the
theaters,
whole
baby.
Barbenheimer thing.
In
Yeah.
theaters, and I am so glad we did. We checked out Oppenheimer
Did you get
on
to see
Friday.
IMAX?
No, no, did not see it in IMAX. Just regular because we're Bismarck, North Dakota, unfortunately.
Yeah.
IMAX would have been nuts.
But yeah, checked out Oppenheimer Friday, Barbie Saturday, and wow, what a double!
Perfect. Yeah. I will say, like, if this movie ever gets a re-release, go see it in theaters. Try and find one of the IMAX
Yes,
that it was meant for.
Did
Intense.
you
Great
you
movie.
seen it
I
in
believe it.
IMAX?
Yeah, yeah. I got lucky to have it in like the format that it was intended for.
Screw you,
I think
Andy.
it's a
That's
65
crazy.
millimeter. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, like, I know not all theaters have it, which it sucks that it's kind of gate kept, like the perfect version, I would
Yeah,
say.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's just how movie theaters are. They don't all have all the types of reels to run.
Hmm.
But the Alamo did have a 65 millimeter for it, and it looks amazing.
The only
Yeah.
movie I've ever seen in IMAX was a Harry Potter movie. It was Deathly Hollows.
I love Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen Deathly Hollows in IMAX. It was the only movie I've ever seen in IMAX. It was good though. But yeah,
Yeah.
fun fact.
Yeah, and fun fact for me, never seen a movie in IMAX. Unfortunately,
You haven't.
I have
Well,
not.
it's fun. It's nothing too crazy though.
I
I mean,
believe
your
it.
Q lights pretty much do the job.
Yeah, nice. Have it right at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to get to voting a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah. So for the listeners, we're kind of doing like a weighted scale depending where we rank them, and then we're gonna see what the overall three are.
Can we do an Emmy?
And Emmy.
An
Yeah,
Emmy.
well, a best
Oh,
show.
for series. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I got a couple series in my lineup here. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We want to do top three shows first.
yeah. Let's do that.
Sure.
like-
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure. Okay. What do you got, Hunter? You want to kick us off?
All right. My third series would be. I'd have to say Beef.
Yeah,
Beef.
I
That's a
agree
good
one.
that I only have 3 shows on my list, and Beef is one of them, and I'm gonna have to put that on 3.
Okay, you're on 3. Okay,
Yeah.
Andy, what you got at 3?
Ooh, that's a difficult one. I think I might agree with you guys. I think beef is number 3.
Yep.
Okay, okay, good. Okay. Should I start us off with like second?
Yeah. Let's go
Yeah,
second.
yeah,
This is
what's
where
your-
it starts
what's
to
your
get
second show?
dicey.
Okay, it's gonna be dicey because I don't know if you guys have seen this. If you haven't, you better. Love and
Okay.
Death.
Love and
Nope.
Death. What is
Love and
that?
Death on It's on
Oh,
Max.
That's got
I was thinking of Love
Olsen,
and
right?
Monsters.
It's with Elizabeth Olsen, Jesse Plemons, and it's about the true story of Candy Montgomery killing the wife of Jesse Plemons. I'm sorry if I can't remember all the actual names, but yes, it's a true crime series and it is stunning.
Okay.
Please watch it. Please.
Okay. I will.
You
That sounds
better.
like a good recommend for me.
Awesome. Okay. I'm glad to. Okay. What about you guys?
Yeah, Eric, what's your second?
I'm gonna put Last of Us at number 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's got to be kind of in my top 2.
The only reason it's not number 1 is because I know there's another one for me that takes the cake.
Takes the cake. All right. Okay. Andy, what you got?
Yeah, I gotta follow you, Eric. I was really struggling with putting Goosebumps here, but I think I gotta agree with Last of Us.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
an overall better show.
Goosebumps will be like, kind of outside of the 5, I would say for me too, Andy. Yep. Okay.
All righty.
Are we going number 1 now?
I guess
What's your number 1 pick?
We're going number 1. All right. The Fall of the House of Usher.
Yep.
Of course.
That is my number 1. That's it? Eric, you're with me?
Nope. No, I'm not.
What the hell? Okay, you fucking you joker. Okay. Well, that's my number 1.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
What do you get?
I'm gonna go with Gen V for my top
Oh
1.
shit! I still haven't
Gen
seen
V.
it yet.
Okay, yeah, I love the Fall of House of Usher, but like if it wasn't, a series of like honestly my favorite show to date,
Yeah.
like Fall of the House of Usher would take that cake, but like
Okay.
man, I love this show so much. Yeah, definitely give it a watch soon.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's really good.
So yeah, for my number 1 pick, this is 100% realizing that it is recency bias, because I think if I watched Beef last week, it might be my number 1. But I watched Jury Duty a couple weeks ago, and it's my number 1 this
Jury Duty.
Jury Duty.
I don't know if I've laughed more in a show than this show.
Yes, it's so good.
I was absolutely dying. It's one real person, for those of you that haven't seen it, and everyone else in this court case is fake. The judge, the other jurors, the witnesses, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole like prank show just for this one guy. it's really good. It's really fucking
Andy,
funny.
I should have known since you were a court guy that man, I'm so happy my wife showed me this, and it feels like The Office in a way, right? Kind of a little bit.
Yeah.
But better. I gotta say, like just because it's real.
Yeah, there's a couple times when I'm like, oh my god, how are they getting away with this stuff?
Right?
And then it's just, I don't know, they do so good. But yeah, it's a high recommend.
Yes. Yep. Very good.
You can't keep getting away with it. So it's the same guy throughout the whole thing.
It's just it's a quick 8-episode miniseries. I think it's on Amazon Freevee.
It's on Prime,
right now.
but like with Freevee. Yeah, that's how we watched it.
Yeah, on Freevee.
Okay.
Yeah, the guy's a real guy, and he thinks he's just in a normal court case. But everyone else is fake. They're all actors.
As a jury member.
Yeah, they're playing through like a court case, but they're just doing these stupid things throughout it, and like James Marsden shows up, the guy from like Sonic and stuff like that.
I love James.
And so much good meta with his like acting and stuff like that. I love it.
Oh yeah. Very good series.
Yeah. So there's one show after our ratings that rose above the rest. and that is Last of Us in the number 1 spot.
The Last of Us wins.
Damn it! All right, no, I know it's in my top,
can't be mad.
but I can't be angry at that. I can't. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And then Beef is second, with Usher and Gen V and Jury Duty for third.
Okay. Can accept. I will accept.
Yes.
Okay. Good
All
job,
right.
guys. All right, the shows are done. All right.
Yeah. It was a good year for shows. A lot of good miniseries.
It was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love limited series.
Yes, they're so good.
They are.
Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of them, but like definitely seen more this year than I have before.
Awesome. Good.
Bring us back around to the movies. We're all waiting for.
Oh boy. Okay. So so I'm going with my third,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking with my co-hosts here, guys. I just want to make sure we're on the right track. Okay. Oh, so I will go with Oppenheimer as my third.
Oppenheimer's your third?
Oppenheimer is my third.
Bro, you're killing
Fitting.
me, bro.
Dude, why am I
This is a
killing
strong
you,
year.
bro?
It
It's
didn't even
such a
it
good
didn't even make
year.
my top 3, honestly.
Oh no. And like, guys, I gotta say, this year was such a good mixture of like new refreshing comedies, horror, quality blockbusters, and smaller movies that can reach like a wide range of audiences.
Yeah.
And like especially
Yeah.
with like new franchise films like Dungeons and Dragons. You know?
Yep.
Like such a good year.
Yeah. If you told me when I watched Oppenheimer that it would not crack my top 3 this year, I would have not believed you.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah.
I really wanted to put it in there, but it was a good year.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
was.
I'm
really good
rolling
year.
with Oppenheimer. I'm rolling with it, guys, and you can be mad. It's all right.
Yep.
All right. What about you guys?
My third is Gran Turismo because
Okay.
yeah, I love this movie and I what do I even say about this without crying? No, like I just like the triumphant victories this guy consistently had throughout this whole thing when nobody believed in him, just like so awe-inspiring to me. And I was there for every race. I was cheering him on. We were just like we were freaking out whenever he crossed the finish line. It was such a fun time, man. I love that movie. And I didn't even know about it until I just saw it on Netflix one day and then just decided to watch it. And I think it came out like really recently too, but like automatically just fell in love with it.
Back in August.
Back in August? Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a whole theater release.
Wow.
You put this above Oppenheimer?
I did. Yeah.
Dang, dude. Okay.
Because I think that this, I mean, I base a movie based off of like what kind of like how much it engages me, and this one engaged me more than Oppenheimer. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I liked Oppenheimer a lot, and I thought it was a great movie, but it didn't get me as excited as this movie did. So
how it impacts
the only
you
reason.
Personally.
Yeah, impacts me personally. I mean, we can all relate to the guy that like nobody believes in him when he's just like getting
the
this
underdog.
Outrageous thing. And, you know, basically, David Harbour was telling him the same things like, yeah, pretty much everybody thinks we're going to fail. And then, you know, he's like, all right. So, and then, you know, they get at it and they crack down and it was good. Man, I loved it.
Yeah. I'm going to start off my list with one I didn't get to talk about yet, but surprised me. A sequel with Chris Hemsworth, Extraction 2.
Extraction 2.
Oh, that's your third?
Yeah. I enjoyed the first movie and I watched this. I'm like, okay, good action sequel's gonna be coming here, and I love the hell out of this movie.
Hell yeah.
Very, very good choreographed fight scenes, and I just had a blast with this movie.
Doesn't surprise me with the stunt coordinator as the director.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Honestly, I seen the first one and
have
I
too.
saw the technical feat that they did of having like a 30-minute one shot. And
Yep.
that was just like crazy. And I think they even went longer with the second one. Am I right?
Yeah, with the prison yard scene, it was pretty long.
Yeah, I never seen it, but like, yeah, I think they did, the same technical feat that they did last one, and then he did it again. So it's really impressive.
Yeah. If you need a good, like, turn your brain off action movie that you will definitely get sucked into, and watch it like fully, it's a good one to add to your list.
Yeah, that's one of the best action movies. Like, kind of the premise of just what you said, like you can turn your mind off, but you can be sucked in, right?
Yeah.
And I'm super excited to watch that one. I still haven't, but it is on my list. Like it's towards the top because I did really love the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
What's your number 2, sir?
Guys, you're making it so tough. I'm not a ranking guy, but you're making me rank. But hey, doing it for the pod.
Doing it for pod.
So it won't surprise you guys when I say Barbie is my second.
Open the duo in your 2.
I'm not even doing it. I'm not even doing it, I promise, because it is the double event. It's just that maybe I am still so wrapped up in the moment of it, but honestly, with Oppenheimer, it blew me away the first time. Haven't rewatched it since. But Barbie, my wife and I have rewatched multiple times, and I did watch on Max. You can find Barbie with the director's commentary with Greta Gerwig, and wow, it was amazing. It was amazing. Like honestly, I watched the whole movie, not even caring that Greta Gerwig's voice was over the whole script of the movie. Like it's kind of dimmed for her voice to come over, and wow, it was just amazing, and like what she put into the movie, and it's just such a fun rewatchable movie. I can't help but laugh every fucking time at Ryan Gosling. He is amazing. Simply, guys, the scene I can watch every fucking day is that scene where Margot Robbie and him are waiting by the school, and he leaves, and he keeps like looking back, and he's acting like such a kid that is so bored of everything. It's just
while they're in like cowboy outfits.
Yes, yeah, the cowboy outfits. Yeah, Ken. Like when she says that, and
it's like we need to blend in, and then they put on these cowboy outfits.
Yeah, he's just
looking even more ridiculous than before.
It's an amazing movie. It's so creative. She created a whole world that, like, how do you come up with that, right? For a movie, it's just like impressive, and I got like hats off, honestly. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Eric.
I'm gonna go with D&D being my second.
D&D.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons. All right.
2 video game movies.
Yeah, you're right. Now that says something about me.
Yeah, I think I sense a trend here.
It's been a good year.
There might be a trend.
I sense a Five Nights at the top.
Yeah, Five Nights.
Man. Please, God, no. Please, God.
I'll lose all credibility if I add that on top.
Eric, you're thrown out of the pod if you.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. All right, Andy.
Yeah. I gotta throw probably the only Marvel movie that's gonna show on this list, Guardians 3.
Okay.
I probably would have put Spider-Verse on here if I hadn't watched it just last night. I haven't had time to fully digest it, but I think it would be in my top 5 this year. But yeah, this one's gonna go to Guardians 3 for now.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay, no, that's a really solid second, honestly. Yeah, I do love that movie. It's got to be probably in the top 10 for me, just not top 3 like I'm trying to do here. I'm trying, guys.
It's a hard year.
It's so hard.
Yeah. What are you rounding us out with for 2023?
Across the Spider-Verse. That's got to be my
Of course.
first. It's
Yep.
There is
yeah,
a
I'm
Marvel movie.
sorry. It's just
Nice.
it's incredible, guys. I don't know. It was just a feeling I had before doing the pod. It's like, wow, okay, this has got to be one of the
Movie of the
tops at
year.
least. Yeah, like one at least. And I could have been very biased with Scream 6. I love Scream 6 to death. I do. And it's definitely in my top 10. I just couldn't find myself putting it in the top 3. And there's a difference between how you kind of pick apart a certain movie and how you feel about something. And I kind of tried to go in between. And Scream 6 would have been me going with my heart, not my mind, right? You know? So, yeah, gotta say Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Okay, Eric.
I am also gonna go with Across the Spider-Verse
Yes!
because of Spider-Man. Duh.
Let's
Nah.
go!
No, this movie was so well animated and well drawn. Like,
Yes,
it honestly should be put in a museum.
it should. Thank you.
I couldn't imagine
Yes.
how long it would take to make each frame, and
my God.
it has to be the best 2D animation ever made.
Yes.
Honestly, I can't think of one better.
No.
But like, even with that, like all the different art styles too, like with like you were talking about with Gwen and her dad, like with the watercolors, like everything is all washed out because like, you know, they're using the background to tell part of the story, you know what I mean? And I think that's like so cool. I don't know, like,
Yes.
it's
Yeah. Very
so amazing.
intricate, right? And just a lot of detail going into it. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, and you see all the spider characters pop up, like the spider T-Rex, and all the references to, like, they were all pointing at each other. Is it you? Is it you? Is it you?
Oh my God, the Spider-Man meme where man, yes.
You could throw memes in this, and it was like a 10-second long bit. It was great.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, I love this movie.
Good.
Me too.
Yeah, I think that's a great one for number 1.
Oh, Andy, what do you got, huh?
Well, like I said, I think Spider-Verse would be up there for me if I didn't just watch it. But
Okay, fair.
I've got one from the very beginning of the year that still made it to the end is one of my favorites. And it's Knock at the Cabin.
Knock at the Cabin, huh?
Really?
Yeah. This movie is just, it's right up my alley. It's not perfect, but it's a great movie to me, and I love the hell out of it.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Definitely.
Yeah.
Like, I like your explanation of that, Andy. Like, I tell a lot of people that, like, you know, it might not be perfect, right? But it matters what it means to you.
Exactly. It was made for somebody.
It was made for somebody, yes. And Knock at the Cabin was very enjoyable for me as well. Honestly, maybe I would have liked the ending tweaked a little bit, but other than that, it really wrapped me up. I really enjoyed it. So I'm with you. That is probably a top movie of the year.
You know, like,
yeah, Shyamalan has a problem with endings.
You know, that movie was like never on my radar, but like now it is. Now that you're saying it's like the best movie of the year, so I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. Because like I don't know why, but like I think I've like seen the trailer of it, and I'm like, nah. But
I hope some more people watch this because of that. It's a apocalyptic thriller, I guess.
It is.
I don't know really classify this as. It's a philosophical dilemma, I think, is the biggest draw for me.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. It's awesome.
All right. Sweet. Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a very clear first winner, of course, with Spider-Verse.
Yep.
Good job, Eric. All right, team. Go
Hell
team.
yeah. Go
No, it's
team.
all right. Eric, sorry, Andy, like very good first
Yeah.
place. Like I'm glad you did that.
Yeah. If Eric didn't choose Spider-Verse, we would have had to go tiebreaker because we all chose different movies other than that.
We did.
I know, that's for sure. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a good movie to win out the year. It definitely deserves all the accolades.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Inspirational to a bunch of movies.
Yeah. Do you guys got any special actors or actresses you want to talk about at the end here? I was trying to think of my top 3 and I'm like, I don't know if there's anyone that's left a huge impression on me this year.
Yeah.
Like Joaquin Phoenix is in 2 big movies this year and he was good. I don't know if I had any huge ones though.
It's hard. It's very
Yeah.
hard because there's a lot of great movies with a lot of great performances. Honestly, all that comes to mind is just Margot Robbie as Barbie.
You
Or
got
or
the
Kill
Barbie on the mind.
or Killian as Robert J. Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did
Killian.
think Bradley Cooper as Leonard Cohen and Maestro was pretty
I
good.
do need to still see that movie. And I probably I would have had to go with my boy Leo if I had seen Killers of the Flower Moon, but I have not yet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
surprised.
Sadly,
I'm like,
didn't make my list.
I'm probably
Didn't get
gonna
to see it.
hear about this movie because I saw that he was in it. I'm probably gonna hear about this movie from Hunter, and I'm
Damn
gonna
it.
see
I'm
what
so
he thinks of it
sorry.
before
I'm
I
sorry to
watch it.
disappoint.
No,
I know.
that's fine. I was just like, I'm just surprised at this point.
Just hadn't made it to the fucking theater. Our plans kept falling through, and
Yeah.
I was so
Same.
upset about
Yeah.
it. Yeah, just a busy end of the year.
That's a 3.5
Hard to fit 3
hour
hours
movie.
in theaters. Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah, exactly. So it was tough. It was tough to map out and plan out, you know.
Yeah. Do you guys have any shit movies you want to throw on the list before we
Shit.
close out?
Ooh.
Cocaine Bear
Have not seen it.
Cocaine Bear, was it bad?
is bad.
Oh boy.
Oh, poor Ray Liotta. That's how you're going out.
Yeah,
Man, I love Ray
unfortunately.
Liotta too. Damn. Talk to me. It wasn't a shit movie at all by any means. Sorry. Like just kind of I'm kind of just going with my qualms about it. It it was so talked up and it seemed like it would have been a classic for years to come. But once I watched it, I was a bit disappointed. It was like there were very promising sequences of horror and I was like it was intense. I felt it in my chest. But the characters of the movie and part of the story just did not make me invested. So that's all I'm going to say about it, but I hope you guys do watch it and I want to hear your thoughts about it.
Yep. I want to say Last Voyage Demeter. What a snooze for an awesome concept that they could have
You're
had.
joking.
No.
That's on my list. I want to watch it so bad.
That's about vampires, right?
Yeah, it's a Dracula's origin from like actual lore.
Really?
It was a
Damn.
snooze.
Which
What?
it has the best setup you could have had, being isolated on a boat with a vampire. Didn't turn out.
You're joking.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Fucking A. Okay, well,
Also another horror that didn't end up being a horror, Haunting in Venice.
I still need to watch
not
that.
Terrible, but disappointing.
Dang it.
It's Death on the Nile is probably the best of the Kenneth Branagh.
Oh,
Agatha
whoa.
Of the 3, it's the best of the 3.
Okay, I should rewatch Murder on the Orient Express. But when I watched Death on the Nile, I was super taken out by the effects of it, the setting. Jesus Christ, kill me. I'm sorry. Like it was horrid.
It's
Yeah,
and that's saying something about the other 2 for me, putting it in the top.
Damn it, Andy. Okay. Ah, man.
I like murder mysteries. I was looking forward to it.
I love them. Agatha Christie novels. Oh man, like so good.
How is writing your biggest issue with the movie when you're literally based off the best-selling female author of all
That's a
time.
very good point, Andy. Honestly,
Like,
probably
what?
laziness. Yeah.
I love you, Kenneth Branagh. Like, I love you as an actor. You're amazing. Maybe don't be the lead star in your own directorial movie, though.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be part of
By
it.
the way,
Too much
he's
to go around. I don't know.
he's a kind of a shitty guy because he cheated on his wife, his real life wife, Emma Thompson. So yeah,
Damn.
boo Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, I like him as an actor. He's good in the movies.
Yeah.
For what the writing is, I guess. But yeah, there's something fundamentally not good with those.
Okay. Yeah, I can see how like each of them maybe missed the mark. I need to watch Haunting in Venice still. That's the only one I haven't seen out of the trilogy. But yeah, just Death on the Nile, I was just disappointed by because of like some of the other stuff. I liked the twist. I did actually, but man, I just wasn't super invested in the whole movie, if
Yep.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
But Andy, can we also talk about Infinity Pool? It wasn't a terrible movie, but what did you think?
Yeah. I thought it was weird. I actually didn't think it was as terrible as I know. I don't know. I think you gave me a forewarning that it was a little
I
weird,
did.
and of course it was very
It was
weird.
very.
I don't know. I just left it kind of meh. It was okay, type of thing. Like it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of expecting. So
Yep.
got to see Mia Goth again, which was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the one scene I talked about that I'm not gonna put in audio, but yeah,
Yes. Oh, I know the exact scene you're talking about. And Eric, I almost want you to watch the movie just because of that scene. funny as
I
that
yeah,
funny as that
Okay.
sounds, but
Okay.
Alexander Skarsgård as well. Like, wow, very good performances in the movie. The premise got me hooked, and like the execution part, and then it went a little too far for me. It didn't interest me. I was like, okay, I'm just disturbed, and it's not in a good way. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
like it's I don't know. It's kind of just it's still living in my head. Like how do I make sense of this movie? Basically, that's kind of
yeah.
why I wanted to hear a little bit of your opinion, Andy. It's just I can see where it was going, but I don't know. Yeah, just tough. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what to make of it.
I got probably one more. Bird Box Barcelona has made me realize probably what people thought of the original Bird Box, which I liked.
Okay, I liked it
Is
too.
now how I felt about this movie is probably how people felt about that one, and now I'm starting to see why it got so panned. If that made any sense, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah, this movie wasn't good. I liked that they continued the premise. I thought they could go somewhere with it, and they didn't.
Yeah, I honestly haven't wanted to watch that one, but I did really enjoy the original. So it's interesting hearing your point on that. Without, I don't know how people panned it, the first one. So I'm excited to maybe check that one out then, just because of that fact.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Have you guys seen Asteroid City?
I was about to
I have
bring that
not.
up actually. I just wanted to bring up a point before you go on about Asteroid City, Eric.
I wasn't. I was just asking.
Oh,
That was
oh
like
shoot.
that was just a question.
Well, okay. I was gonna say this whole year, guys, was a very big year for reliable, talented directors like David Fincher, Martin Scorsese, Christopher Nolan, Greta
Nolan.
Gerwig,
Yeah.
Ridley Scott, etc. Like what a roster. But I will say that there were disappointments for me personally with like Asteroid City that I was excited for, like big movies that I would think would be for large audiences that are more particular than the MCU or some other like big events like that and franchise movies. after watching ones like Asteroid City, I realized they're not for everyone. But also, like, that's perfectly all right. It's just Wes Anderson has been kind of up and down for me personally. I didn't really care for The French Dispatch. I didn't care for Asteroid City. But I loved Grand Budapest Hotel for some reason, you know? So it's very interesting to me that the film community in general loves Wes Anderson for sure. And like I can understand because he's very artsy, he's very different with his films. But I just like the Grand Budapest. I don't know why, you know?
I don't know if I've met actually a single person that has liked him.
Really?
So it might just be a critic thing. I don't know.
It could be.
I'm not a fan of his work.
You aren't? Okay. Yeah.
I liked like Fantastic Mr. Fox, but
Oh,
yeah,
I
can't say
enjoyed
I've
that one
liked
too.
anything.
Yeah, see, so he's like 2 of 4 for me. 2 out of 4. So, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I know you haven't seen this one yet, but the creator, more like create a better movie.
Oh shit. Wow.
Just kidding. It wasn't that bad, but sci-fi concepts that didn't go anywhere.
Andy, you should tell that directly to Gareth Edwards. You should.
No, he'll hurt me.
I really
He'll send John David Washington after me.
I was excited. I was excited about the movie, especially after Rogue One and stuff. And dang. Okay, well, I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's worth a watch probably.
Okay, perfect. All right.
All right.
Yeah, it's been quite a year. I'm looking forward to 2024 and Dune. Of course, it's probably the biggest movie of next year.
Yes, I'm still excited about movies and I have hope for them.
Hold on. No, there's quite a there's a lineup for
Yeah.
2024.
What do we got coming for 24?
What else?
We got
Blade coming next year.
yeah, man.
Do we?
I think Blade's coming next year. Yeah.
Okay, it's just been delayed and creative teams have been switched out for it, so I wasn't really sure. Okay.
Oh, what do we got, Eric?
Hold on.
Yep.
Oh, we got Night Swim with Wyatt Russell that we talked about before.
Ooh, yep. That's towards the top of my list. Yep.
It's coming out in less than a week.
Let's go. All right.
So we got this movie called Civil War that I'm excited for.
Oh, Alex Garland. Yeah. Yep.
Like actual Civil War?
Actual
No.
Civil War.
Well,
I'm thinking like I got MCU on the brain.
okay, no, not
like...
that, and not like going back to the 1700s Civil War. It's
okay.
Yeah, you take
it's
it
not
away.
A war.
Yeah, no, okay. Like Civil War in America. Like I'm sure it's going to be really politically driven, but I saw Jesse Plemons in one of the scenes in the trailer, and he's like a nutcase, like he was in Breaking Bad. In like
he's one of our boys
in uniform, like military uniform, and he's got like red sunglasses on, and he's just like shooting people. But I'm excited for that one, anyways.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Oh, a Mean Girls remake coming out.
Yeah, Mean Girls remake.
Oh God,
that should be cool.
Oh God. Well, I love the original, but once I watched the trailer, I'm like, this might be like just a total,
it could be
copy paste, and I'm nervous. But
yeah,
we'll see.
Let's not hold our breath with that one.
Yeah,
but so far, I mean, okay, I may have exaggerated with like quite the lineup, but there's a few other ones that are
Kung Fu Panda 4.
Promise.
Anyone?
Who? What?
Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yeah. Hey, I love Kung Fu Panda.
Movie of the year right there.
All right. Okay, let's go.
Furiosa.
Okay.
Furiosa.
Yep.
I'll definitely look forward to that. Plus a new Planet of the Apes movie.
Oh man, I can't believe it. Really?
Was it like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes or something?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you guys seen
I'm excited
the
for this one. I like
original
this new series.
Planet of the Apes, but not like the one where like obviously the genetic mutation of the apes, but like the one where they actually go to the planet, like
Is
Yeah.
it
off
the Tim
planet.
Burton one?
Yes. Have you guys seen that?
I do kind of
I've seen those,
remember
yes.
it. Yeah.
See, I've never seen it, but I was thinking about watching it. I don't know.
I
Like,
think you should. Yeah, you probably should. I remember watching it as a kid. I just haven't rewatched.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like them. Quiet Place, day one.
What?
Oh yeah.
Coming out summer next
All
year.
right. All right.
Yeah, get some more Quiet Place stuff. That one's got Alex Wolff in it from Hereditary and what's the other movie?
Perfect.
Pig. I talked
Yep.
about.
Yep. Perfect.
Deadpool 3 also in the summer next year.
Yes. Yes. And
Nice.
we're gonna see Wolverine return. I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll see a mix of the X-Men into the MCU finally.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Apparently they're going with the X-Men as a focus from now on, like past Secret Wars. So we'll see.
Huh. There's a new Alien movie queued for next year.
Oh, I thought it was
That's
just a
wild.
series. I thought there was just a FX series for Aliens.
Oh,
That's what
that
it
sounds
says.
cool too.
It's Alien Romulus. Is this the series?
It might be the series. Yep, that sounds familiar.
He did
Romulus.
Evil Dead, the new one. The 2013, sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Alvarez. Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Yep. Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
Fede Alvarez. Yeah, I'm excited.
So we got a lot of movies to look forward to in the year 2024, along with all our new resolutions that we will have for a week before we drop.
Yes, and we
watch more movies next year.
Yeah, we better be on the Letterboxd lists, IMDb lists, whatever you guys got. Just pin all of these.
Yep, absolutely.
Dude, yeah. Add us on Letterboxd and send us some ratings.
Yeah,
man.
Send us movies to check
Yeah,
out.
it'll be at Andy and Eric. You have yours as your names, right?
Yeah, I'll put them all in the description. Make it easy for peeps.
Awesome. Yeah. Add us, guys.
Sweet.
So
And hop on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
It's an amazing tool for movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and check out our Instagram. Hunter always puts out really good posts on there at Hazardous Opinions Pod.
Thank you. Don't
And,
mind if I do.
And we also have Discord if you guys just want to chat with us one-on-one directly, or in the group setting of Discord forums. So
Yeah.
Yes.
click the invite link down in the description and let us know your top 3 of the year. We'd love to hear them or see if there's any that we missed.
And we have a special announcement.
Yeah. To bring in the new year, we're gonna be new Hazardous Opinions. We're not gonna be Five Nights at Opinions. Thank you.
New year, new opinions, and they're
Yes.
all hazardous.
Hazardous. Toxic as shit. Yeah. No. I mean, we're not
so,
negative, but
Yeah, for our new resolutions, we're putting up a new logo. We're gonna changing face a little bit and putting up a new trailer to include Hunter a bit with us. So yeah, we're just updating everything, making it look a little more sleek, and we hope you guys share your thoughts with us on it.
I'm finally included, guys, in the trailer. And
One of us.
special thank you to my wife Arnella for creating our new logo and kind of making our vision come to life, honestly. So I hope you guys enjoy.
Yes, big thanks to Nell for helping us with that. It's been a lot off our shoulders not having to design that ourselves or find other artists outside of our chain. So that's been a lot of help. So thank you for that.
Shout out
Yes.
to Nell. Thank you, Nell.
Shout out.
We'll see you guys next year.
Thank
See
you all
next
for
year,
listening.
everybody.
All right, well, it has been a hell of a year, boys, and I am glad to have you guys as my secondary co-hosts to my tremendous show. That
Oh,
is-
you're the primary. You're the
As-
primary.
That is
Ah.
Hazardous Opinions, and yeah, it's been a great year. Thank you guys for being tremendous side gigs.
I
Side
feel
hosts.
so amazing after your speech there. Wow. Okay.
As
yeah.
you should. I don't call very many people my side hoes, but you guys are definitely some great side hoes.
I'll be Eric and Andy's side hoe anytime, and I appreciate everybody for listening to these pods. Bye.